Hi, huge movie fanatic Nate coming right back at you to review a movie which I never really ever planned to see. Probably no one's watching this review and I don't blame you. But I only bought this because it was $2 and it was actually sealed. Um, $2. So it was probably some like birthday present no one wanted and they just gave it to Half Price Books. But this is a movie that came out on video, I believe, in 1991, and that's back when I was just going to all kinds of video stores and looking through their free posters, bins and everything like that. So this cover, which isn't particularly a great cover by any means, I saw posters and all kinds of. This is just a cover that I remember from 1991. I'm here to review this movie here, Postcards from the Edge, which I got for $2 brand new at Half Price Books. That's why there's no price, because the price was on the brand new wrapper. But I got it because, again, it's a title that I was just like was in the video stores. Oh, I can't do that. I shouldn't be looking at the box. But in the video stores in 91, and it was just like, I'll watch a Meryl Streep movie from 19... It came out probably in the theaters in 1990. And, even to see Shirley MacLaine at that time, I was going to look at the... Fuck it, I can look at this if I want. I'm going to hold it up, though, so my head ain't down. But this is a movie, obviously, in 91 I had absolutely no interest in, because, it just looks like a woman kind of a movie, like a woman would watch after, while drinking a glass of wine and all that shit. Just looks like a movie made for women, This is actually written by Carrie Fisher, the Carrie Fisher that plays in those Star Wars movies, and also is going to be, I'm so interested to, oh my god, are you guys excited? Just to see, like, the people from the original trilogy reprise their roles. It's just going to be, and apparently Carrie Fisher lost a lot of weight to go and play Leia. And it's just, I'm so excited to see what the hell they look like in their freaking, oh my god, it's going to be so lame. It's like poor Luke Skywalker's lightsaber is going to be all limp and it'll be like, shh, and it'll just be like, ugh. That's another topic. But anyway, this movie, was kind of like an autobiographical book originally Carrie Fisher wrote about her own drug addiction and all this kind of this and that. So it's basically like Meryl Streep's characters, not Carrie Fisher in the movie, but an actress and stuff. And I was like, holy shit! First of all, the movie started with a fake out thing where you think it's a movie, but it's actually they're making a movie, and it's like, it's really kind of a cool, clever way to start it, where the scene goes on and you're like, okay, what is this? And she flubs a line and looks right at everyone's like, ha 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 ha. And it's like, oh cool, and Gene Hackman has a little bit part as like the director, and Richard Dreyfuss has a bit part as the doctor, and it's interesting how, all these movies that, you never had any interest in, but, you're missing out because they're good, and that's what I love about, again, Half Price Books, is because you can take for $2, shit, you can take a chance on movies that, you never would have taken a chance on before to rent it for any kind of real money, like $4 or something. But what's cool about these $2 ones is if, by chance you like it, then you have it and whatever, So that's really cool. So this movie just was like, holy shit, I didn't know it was necessarily written by Carrie Fisher, and which, like I say, was originally a book, and then they like, let's make it into a movie, so she wrote the screenplay, and it's funny. In my opinion, the humor is really funny, and it's like, wow. So, Carrie Fisher went through several, at least two, throughout her life, two of these things where she had to end up in rehab and stuff, and so this movie is basically about Meryl Streep. Just she's an actress, like she plays an actress. Oh my gosh, I generally don't like movies about movies, but this one is actually so, like, I don't know, lighthearted and funny that I don't mind it, and the way it does, the movie stuff is really kind of cool. It's just fun. It's very, in my opiniin, funny. Postcards from the Edge, and like I say, I'd seen that poster all over the place in the free poster bin on the video store walls over in 1990. I think it was a relatively kind of, in a way, more or less, kind of big title at the time. Meryl Streep wasn't no spring chicken, or she was kind of a big name, and obviously Shirley MacLaine. I mean, come on, But the cover, I mean, how boring. What a stupid cover, and that's pretty much the cover I think that was on the VHS in its original release. I think that's what the poster looked like. So it's just, I mean, who's gonna see that? It looks like a woman movie, just made for women, So I'm gonna go 3.5 stars for Postcards from the Edge. It also features, what's his name? Dennis Quaid. Also, who, whatever. He's not really in it that much, and I'm not the biggest fan of his character in that movie. Is kind of an asshole. I'm not the biggest, I always want to say Randy Quaid, so I'm not the biggest Dennis Quaid fan in the entire world. It was good in Jaws 3D. I mean, he was okay in Jaws 3D, I know him from Inner Space, of course, and, don't particularly, he's kind of got a Harrison Ford thing about him, like he could almost be like a brother or something. He's kind of got a Harrison Ford look to him. From every now and then, certain angles, but there's just this. It was pretty much really enjoyable. There's this kind of musical number with Shirley MacLaine, which, I mean, I don't know. I don't particularly like musical numbers in general, but that's just my taste. So whatever. But like I say, 3.5 stars. Any funny things I can think of? There's just funny things like. She gets checked in at the beginning to the hospital, and Richard Dreyfuss pumps her stomach, and excuse me, basically she has to go into rehab, and the only way she can get a movie is if the only way an insurance company will hire her or will cover her to be in a movie is if she goes and lives with her mom, and who's Shirley MacLaine, and she gets this kind of lower budget, kind of shittier movie, and it's like, so there's for my money, I wish there were more of these scenes. There's some scenes where she gets, goes to the set and gets dressed up in the cop uniform, and she gets in tied to a cactus, and just this stupid cop movie, which you don't see much of. You only see like it might only be 2, but possibly 2 or 3 different like scenes from this. And like I say, I wish I would have liked to actually see more, like, because all the scenes they film are just kind of goofy. One of them is kind of a famous shot where she's hanging off. It's even in the hanging off a building, and that's a scene from like the movie she's shooting, and you can see how it's all faked, and the rear projection, and just how she's like this and stuff. It's just, I'm proud of Carrie Fisher. I mean, for it's a great script. I mean, it's a great movie. I mean, wonderfully written. I don't know if she wrote anything else. I mean, you would hope so after this. I mean, 3.5 stars for Postcards from the Edge. I'd recommend it if you can find it for $2, brand new, at Half Price Books or anywhere for that matter. If you could find it for free or something like that. Like I say, I mean, it might not be for everyone. I understand that. I mean, I wouldn't have. Never mind. I was thinking, I was sitting there watching it, and I'm like, God, I probably would have liked this in '91, because my tastes really haven't changed particularly that much. So I may have kind of liked this in '91 too, So, but if it's not for you, I understand, because it's like, I don't know, like a rehab movie. But it's funny, definitely, like I say, surprising, and it's really cool. Once again, if I can plug Half Price Books, it's just really cool to be able to see all this stuff that has been, in the world for so long, and to be able to see people like Meryl Streep, a little younger than she is now, and, like 25 years ago, pretty much, or 24 years ago, and Dennis Quaid, and I think Shirley MacLaine's still alive, ain't she? So 3.5 stars once again, and thank you. Pretty funny. A lot funnier than I thought it'd be. So thank you very much for watching.